Snake Eyes with the first super chat. Appreciate that. We're going to talk about this white heifer here. She has a problem with women in heterosexual relationships with men. This is a type of hypocrisy that I'm going to get into. I'm going to get into it because, these Caucasian women are not slick, okay? They talk about patriarchy. They talk about race, right? They talk about white male this and white male that. But who most likely to end up in relationships with? Who more than likely to end up married to? We think that black women are screwed up. There's nobody more screwed up than the Americanized Caucasian woman. She don't know who she is. And we're going to get into that. Shout out to the channel members, moderators. Moderators, channel members, the people that support me on Patreon. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. Let's see who's here before we get into it. Snake Eyes, Eric Square, Sydney, Sigma, Rodan 25 Kid, Randy, Champ 910, Great Pyrenees, Rodney, Yarn, Y'all Crazy, that's how you say it. Trill, Matthew, Drips, Dwayne, Book Out of Case, JR, Kenneth, Malik, Wanda, Zeke, Paris, Precious, let's see, Vern 85, Not Important, Dr. Games, Renee, see True, Robert, there's nobody more screwed up in the head than the Americanized Caucasian woman, okay? Jasmine, what's going on? Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Y'all been gone for a week or so. Just taking care of things. This topic, I've had this topic that I was going to do for almost a week. And I was going to get to it. There's a lot that's been going on. Hopefully y'all been catching up with the videos. Subscribing to all the channels. I put videos on 3 channels. Let me say it again. I put 2 channels. 2. Jada Black and Basic Social Politics with Jada Black. You need to be subscribed to all those channels. And if you're having a hard time finding them, go to the community tab. You'll see it. All right. We're going to get into it. I may take my time getting into this video with this person. What's good, Loving Homes? Classy young man Jamar, what's up? Brian, make sure y'all like the stream. Because there's some things I want to discuss. It's all going to be together. It's all going to be pieced together. Shit. I ain't been live in a while. Maybe I want to take my time. And soak it all in. All the great energy that I get when I go live and the people in the chat room, right? Even people who irritate me, I always see things on social media that irritate me, or in your everyday life, there are certain things that just irritate you. But I want to say this because when I speak about topics like this and I speak about the red pill philosophy, there are certain people who think that you're bashing women or you hate women when you speak a certain way. Let me tell you this, okay? There's a reason why the men who are considered assholes get a lot of women. Okay? You can be a nice guy asshole. You can just be a blatant, mentally unstable asshole. We got all assholes aren't the same. A lot of guys who will be considered nice, but when a woman actually gets into a relationship with them, she sees that side of them, But I just hearing things, especially for some of you males, right? You males think that because you're experienced with women is a certain way. You think that all men view it that way. Let me tell you something. To you weak males, okay? You who are afraid to call women out because you don't want them to think that you're hating them. Just because women have been good to you your whole life, you think that they can do no wrong. Bro, they're still going to cheat on you if they want to. Because knowing you guys' mentality, women are cheating on you. Women are cheating on you, probably don't even know it. Because you guys are upset because men would call out women. You'd have to be a moron to listen to everything a woman tells you and believe it. But a lot of you guys are built the way that you're built because a lot of you guys are weak. Let's just be real about it. A lot of you guys are weak. A lot of you guys are socially ineffective in how you're able to communicate with women in the right way. So you get on social media and you want to be like, why are you talking about women and saying these things about them? You must hate them. No, nerd. And I mean nerd as in you're a nerd when it comes to women. A lot of you guys, I don't care how, hood you think you are. I don't care how tough you think you are. I don't care how much of a player you think you are. A lot of you are nerds when it comes to women. You're just geeked out. You don't know what's going on. And I just don't understand. Just because women, I guess, have been good to you, you think that women are above criticism. No, they're not. Especially when it comes to relationships. There's a reason why the men who are the a-holes get the majority of the girls, right? Case in point, I was in Walmart the other day, right? And I was walking, and there were two younger females. They could be no more than maybe in their early 20s, maybe late teens, early 20s, right? Might be early 20s. But they're walking, they're maybe about 10, 15 feet in front of me. They're walking the opposite direction as me. And you can hear them talking, right? And she was telling her friend, I guess, that she basically said that, I guess her boyfriend sent her a text saying that he loves her and he wants to marry her or something like that. And then the girl next to her laughed and say, he's an asshole. These are two black females, right? Two young black females. Let me tell you something right now, man. Those are the guys that's getting the chicks. The ones that are perceived to be a-holes, right? They are perceived that way. Not you nice guys that want to tiptoe and tap dance around certain issues because you don't want to hurt women's feelings. Well, guess who's getting those women and they're able to do whatever they want and those women stay. They don't go nowhere. All right? A lot of you guys have your head in the clouds. You don't understand women at all. You don't. That's why you're so confused about what's going on in the world. So you got these guys who think they know women and they think women are above being criticized when it comes to relationships. No, they're not. No, they're not. That's how you dudes get cheated on, because your head in the clouds.
I will call women out and tell them the truth in a polite way and still get calla at hole.
Right. Appreciate it. And women like that. Women don't want no man that's going to kiss up to them and tell them what they want to hear. They're going to get bored. But some of these guys don't understand it. That's why you spend the majority of your time on social media. Because your woman would rather be somewhere else than around you, and you know that. So you try to avoid her, or you can't stay in a relationship. I just don't understand this whole notion that you can't criticize women. You dudes are weak, and you don't understand the essence of being red pilled. You just see a few podcasts and you think you know what it is. You're delusional. Okay? You see a few videos, a few podcasts, and all of a sudden you think you know what it is, so you want to criticize it. Well, you need to do your research instead of being triggered and being a Karen and understand what it means exactly. Instead of just running to say things just to be saying it. because you're like, oh my God, they're criticizing women. I can't stand it. Oh, I'm triggered. I'm triggered. I'm triggered. Keep calling these heifers out. That's what makes the difference. That's why women are changed. Some slowly are changing, and they're realizing how things are shifting, and they're doing that for the better. Not you guys that don't want to hurt these women's feelings, and you don't want them to see what's going on because you think you know women. You don't know women. You guys are out here getting triggered. You're out here in your emotions. You don't understand women. You guys are lame. Okay? I can criticize women all day long. It ain't going to stop me from being able to sleep with a woman. But I guess it will stop you from sleeping with a woman because you're weak and you're a coward. And women can sense that. You have no strength whatsoever. That's why your girlfriend or your wife's male friend is having relations with her.
I'll be friends with nice guys to smash they chick.
Shout out to Amazi. You guys are out here. Your woman is running the household. You're walking around. You walk around like you hate to be around her because she talks to you any kind of way, berates you, disrespects you. What's good, Ed Niece? Make sure y'all like the stream, man. A lot of you guys are looking pitiful out here. You know? Or they were, Vernon. That don't surprise me. I mean, I think a lot of people are saying that. So, man, I just want y'all to understand some of the rhetoric I'm seeing from some of these people, man, who don't understand what being red pilled is, man. They see, like I say, they see a few videos, a few podcasts, they see a few people go viral for certain reasons, and all of a sudden they come to conclusions with that because criticizing a woman in regards to a relationship is a bad thing. No, it's not, man. It builds character. A lot of you guys don't have it. A lot of you guys are predictable. That's why you get the same results in your relationships. A lot of you guys, sooner or later, you will gain a backbone and actually learn about your woman instead of trying to run away from who she truly is and her true nature. Some women are built for the streets. Maybe you dated a woman that was for the streets and you're in denial. Stop being in denial. Embrace the fact that your girl is for everybody. Just embrace that. Salute to everybody that's here. I want to get to this this video with this delusional Karen. Let me see if I can get this video. I want y'all to understand something about these white women. These white women are screwed up. These Americanized white women, white men know this. That's why you see them making the content that they make. You know, you got these melanated women on YouTube. They love to talk about how white Caucasian males don't call out Caucasian women, when we all know that ain't true. We all know that ain't true. You know, they just don't put white in the front of it. But look at the video responses that they do. Who are the women that they're mostly responding to? Can you say it with me? White women. Because those are the women that they deal with. So yes, they're calling out these heifers. Somebody needs to. And those are the women they deal with. And those are the women that they feel like they have to call out.
Another win for the bad boys. Smile with horns. Sorry nerds, nerd face.
Shot the snake eyes. I just find it incredibly ridiculous how you have people trying to make it seem like these Caucasian women are not getting called out. They are getting called out. They are, but you want to believe that that it's only black men that would ever call out their quote unquote group of women when that's not true. That's not true, people. That's not true. That's not true. Hold on, I'm actually looking for the original source video. Hold on. She probably took it down. Y'all know how these people are, man. They love to okay, well, I still got the video. I don't. Okay. Guess I'll put this on the screen. But hold up. Oh, just give me a second. Doing some technical things here. Just give me a second. Make sure y'all like the stream up in this mob. All right, we gonna get to this alpha here. Y'all see her? You can tell her life just sucks. This chick wearing a crystal. Enough said.
This is probably gonna piss off a lot of people. But a relationship between a man and a woman is inherently unequal. And that goes for any relationship where someone is deciding to date their oppressor. Just like all white people have racism brainwashed into them, all males have misogyny brainwashed into them.
What?
And any male who claims not to be a misogynist is a misogynist.
What?
Because a self-aware man knows that he has it brainwashed into him. And anytime that a woman decides to be in a relationship with a man, she's making a sacrifice and a commitment knowing that she's dating her oppressor.
What?
Almost all women have sexual trauma and emotional abuse trauma, literally just from society. And she's taking a risk in being with you and making a commitment to help you undo your brainwashing. Now, of course, I'm not saying that people shouldn't date the opposite gender, but a lack of awareness can cause problems.
I think your lack of awareness is causing you problems. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? These women are screwed up. But let me tell you something right now. I bet you she dates white Caucasian guys. You know? I bet she will call a man out of his name. She will call him gay if he disagree with her. This to me, what you call, she looks like a Gen Z. She might be one of these screwed up Gen Z women who they've grown up off social media. So all they know is how to, appeal to the weirdos on Twitter and TikTok and, IG. And they say this weird shit in order to appeal to a small group of people, because there's only a small group of people that think like this. They just have a very big voice due to a lot of you weak people with weak backbones who don't stand on anything. So you allow these weirdos to do the talking for you. She's a weirdo. She's a weirdo, okay, who hates herself, who probably went through some sort of trauma, who's projecting her trauma onto all men. But I guarantee you, if she's dating somebody, she's either a hardcore lesbian or she's dating a Caucasian guy, her oppressor. And then she wants to bring up race. Why do these Caucasian women talk about racism when they're the biggest racists out there? You liberal Caucasian heifers are some of the biggest racists on the planet. So you want to get on here and try to use race to shame people when you're the racist. You're the racist.
This is probably going to piss off a lot of people. But a relationship between a man and a woman is inherently unequal. And that goes for any relationship where someone is deciding to date their oppressor. Just like all white people have racism brainwashed into them, all males have misogyny brainwashed into them. And any male who claims not to be a misogynist is a misogynist. Because a self-aware man knows that he has it brainwashed into him.
Another triggered ran through white girl. Nose rings, tattoos, and jacked up hairstyles with rainbow colors don't get real men. You'll just get really ran through.
Right, bro. Appreciate that, man. See, this is what happens in the workplace in corporate America. These are the type of women you have to deal with. These guys are being brainwashed to be self-haters and to be male feminists by women like this. Imagine having to work around a group of women like this every day. And you know that if you make the wrong step, you're gone. This is the type of brainwashing that goes on in the universities.
All people don't have racism or hatred of other genders indoctrinated in them. Blanket statements like this are stupid.
Absolutely, man. Who's paying for that nice place she looks like you're living in? She looks like somebody who probably grew up in a upper middle class family, 2-parent home. There might have been some weird stuff going on there. You never know. And she found that she could get on social media and she can complain and trigger people, or not say trigger, but she can get on social media and become part of the online Karens or the online group of people who like to bully other people who don't have the same ideology as them. See, these are the type of people who are in the comic book industry. These are the type of people who are in the movie industry. They are the ones who are slowly destroying entertainment with their nonsense. But I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you, the only type of people they're going to be dating is either other women or white males. She don't even look like she works. Who's paying for that place? I bet you this chick got an OnlyFans. How many of y'all want to bet this chick probably got an OnlyFans? One of these women who virtually sells herself, but because she feels dirty about that, she wants to try to make it seem like all men are bad. If you are giving this woman a dime, you are a moron. Okay?
And anytime that a woman decides to be in a relationship with a man, she's making a sacrifice and a commitment knowing that she's dating her oppressor.
Oppressor?
All women have
And you got some of these beta males getting online, making videos or posting, talking about how men who criticize women hate women. What the fuck do you call this?
sexual
Excuse my language. I know it's a family show.
trauma and emotional abuse trauma, literally just from society. And she's taking a risk in being with you and making a commitment to help you undo your brainwashing. Now, of course, I'm not saying
You need to undo that trauma that you have. Okay? Obviously, you're dealing with self-hate. And by the way, any woman with a neck tattoo, I mean, says a whole lot. But this is a person who probably grew up social media, don't have a mind of her own. They get on social media to try to anger people and get reactions out of people. Let me tell you something right now. You will never have anything in life, sweetheart, unless a man helps you. That's why you have so many of these female empowerment seeking heifers on OnlyFans or with donations.
Now that you mention it, she gives me vibes of my stupid visor. Except I roast that fool every chance I get and really don't have to worry about it coming back since my roasts are along work-related lines.
Reset does it. Yeah, you gotta be finesse with it. Gotta be finesse with it. Parents watch them. Listen, I know this is a family show, so I gotta keep the curse words to a minimum, or just keep it to the Patreon, okay? But these heifers be, they when you respond to these things, it makes you want to cuss. It makes you want to cuss because this is how they think. This is what they believe. These people have been raised wrong. I told you, it ain't just the black women. It ain't just the black women. It ain't just the black women. It is these Caucasian self-hating heifers who've been raised by social media, okay? Been given everything they want, upper middle class, parents still give them money, ungrateful. If shit hits the fan, what are they going to do?
that people shouldn't date the opposite gender. But a lack of awareness can cause problems.
I think your lack of awareness has caused you problems because obviously you have emotional traumas that you've never gotten over.
Nobody has to deal with your trauma. You have to deal with it yourself. Hurt people hurt people.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Appreciate it. Now, the one thing I got to understand about your westernized Caucasian woman is that not only is she a racist and a bigot, not only does she secretly have a disdain towards anybody that ain't them, especially women who are in shape, women who are feminine, and women who have more of a conservative, I'm going to be submissive or cooperative with my mate mindset. They hate those type of women because that has been the standard
Women
of what
who date
women should
women
be.
are starting to understand what men are talking about. They don't want them rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
Right. Appreciate that, man. See, like, these type of women hate women who are feminine. They hate women who are more cooperative with their mates, who are more family oriented. They're not about being in the streets. They're not about being online scrippers. These type of women hate those other type of women. That's why you see them attack other women who have a different mindset than them, who are more feminine than them. These women are so desperate to be in the streets because they hate themselves. And the only way they can get any attention is to be slorish because they never got attention growing up.
Lil Nas X acting like he pregnant, this is the world we get.
You say that, man, Andrew? Yeah, things are screwed up. Things are screwed up, man. And you know what's funny? People who aren't religious, they say, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in the Bible. Well, there are scriptures that talks about the things that we are experiencing now, things that have been foretold. Okay, have been foretold, and it's becoming more and more of that. I mean, we got a society where the women want to be sexualized, but then they don't want to be sexualized, right? Unless they want it, they don't want to be sexualized in movies and TV shows, but they damn sure want to be sexualized on OnlyFans and on Instagram. They okay with that sexualization, but you can't sexualize them in movies and TV shows, but you sure can sexualize them outside of that, That's just the weird double standard, I guess. But with these Caucasian liberal women are the worst of the worst. They are the worst of. They are like that teacher that had her. I believe did she have her class pledge allegiance to the rainbow flag? Like those are the type of women that we have in society now, right? That is what feminism and this social justice this is what it has done to these women. The internet has heightened the fact that these women are more and more mentally ill. The more freedom you give these women, the more mentally ill they get because they have to get online every single day and see more attractive women getting more attention than them, dating the men that they want to date. It causes them to lose their minds, right? They hate being feminine, right? But then they want a man. You're not going to get the man you want without being feminine. We don't want no masculine, woman who do not know how to stand in her femininity. A lot of you heifers don't know how to be feminine no more. That's why you don't got no man. I don't care how good you look. As soon as you open your mouth and you cussing like a sailor, you got a deep voice, and even though there are chicks who I've known that have deeper voices that I find to be attractive, but it's how you act and how you speak with your voice, right? A lot of you chicks have masculine tendencies. You're out here trying to talk like a dude. You're trying to dress like a dude. You're trying to act like a dude. But you will never be a man. I don't care how much Dizzy envy you heifers have. You will never be a man.
Sup, Jay. The best advice women can get in destroying their own lives is by listening to other women of today.
Right, boy. Appreciate that, man. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. We calling them out. You dusty Caucasian liberal feminists. You are ruining society. And the women that don't say nothing, you're helping them. All right?
A lot of people. But a relationship between a man and a woman is inherently unequal. And that goes for any relationship where someone is deciding to date their oppressor. Just like all white people have racism brainwashed into them, all males have misogyny brainwashed into them. And any male who claims not to be a misogynist is a misogynist, because a self-aware man knows that he has it brainwashed into him. And any time that a woman decides to be in a relationship with a man, she's making a sacrifice and a commitment knowing that she's dating her oppressor.
What?
Almost all women have sexual trauma.
She's dating her oppressor. So when you go and sleep with Brad tonight or whatever night, because that's who she with. Trust me. All these white feminists are always with a Caucasian guy. Eve, what her name is, AOC. Women like her, look who they dating. They talk all this about race and about, discrimination, right? Bigotry. But look who they with. They with their oppressors. Why do you keep dating your oppressor then? Are you saying black men are the oppressor? Are you saying, because she was careful not to really just point out white men because that's who she dates. She wants to, I guess, to make it a gray area to say it's all men. So you telling me that every race of man is just oppressing women? Or is it because men have just used you and tossed you to the side so much that you're making videos wearing crystals, okay? Clearly disturbed mentally, looking at your eyes, there's no soul there. How come with these women, there's no soul there?
Also, your femininity is not something you can turn on or off.
Right.
It is not something that should or is conditional. You are or are not feminine.
Right. Appreciate that, man. They think they can. Like, you got these women making videos on YouTube who think they can turn their femininity on and off. Excuse me. No, you cannot turn it on and off. That's a drink. That is a stupid, delusional mindset to have. And if you listen to women like that tell you can turn it on and off, you're just as delusional and mentally unstable as they are.
And emotional abuse trauma, literally just from society. And she's taking...
I bet you this chick hasn't gone through one struggle ever in her life. Look at that apartment. What struggle has she gone through? Not one. Probably hasn't even held a job more than 6 months. Women like this always are being funded by their parents that they claim they don't want to be around. But I bet you that's who paying for that condo. Because she ain't working. She don't look like she's worked. Last time she had a job was probably a summer job when she was in high school. It's always these well-off Caucasians who've never been around anybody that isn't Caucasian. They would never be friends with anybody that isn't Caucasian unless they have one cone. Okay? They have one dumb Negro, a part of their group who is the mascot, okay, who is the butt of all the jokes, who lets them say the N-word whenever, unless they have one of those types in there, you know what I'm saying, maybe. But other than that, they don't want to deal with y'all black people. They look down upon you. They look down upon you. They don't like you. Okay? They only like you on social media when you agree with them politically. But outside of that, they don't want to be around you. You move into that neighborhood, they move right out that neighborhood. They don't want their kids attending the same schools as your kids. And if that happens, they're going to go and ask for an investigation.
You are 100% right too, Jay. These are the type of women that try to get black women to follow them. Their lives are safe and secure, but promote this nonsense to sisters.
Right. Like, they don't want to live around y'all. They don't want to attend the same university. They don't want to they don't want their kids to attend the same schools. They don't want you around them. They have like that one clown, that one black clown as a friend. Y'all know him. That we got that comfy Negro that's as always a part of the group of white people. Let them say whatever, they get disrespected, and then when they kick that friend to the curb, now the friend want to come out and say that they were racist and all this. Well, you wasn't really saying that when they were actually clowning you, and you could have broken up. Well, that's a whole nother. I don't know why I'm getting into that, but I've seen that before, man. Some of y'all ain't shit. Y'all out here making a fool of yourself, being the token black out here. Just especially. Nah, I ain't going to it.
A risk in being with you and making a commitment to help you undo your brainwashing. Now, of course, I'm not saying that people shouldn't date the opposite gender, but a lack of awareness can cause problems.
I think the lack of your brain awareness is causing problems. You rich. Somebody said she's a privileged butch. I think Kat said that. Yeah, look at that apartment, man.
She don't need to be talking about not having heterosexual relationships. Aren't their birth rates low at the moment? That 2021
Right.
census is glaring.
Appreciate that, Torrin. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But I think when push comes to shove, she's going to end up in a relationship or married to a Caucasian guy, and they're going to work to build a family, the same family she claims was oppressive. But see, she's young. She's one of these young feminists that, you know, she believes all this nonsense. But trust me, she's going to want to settle down because that's how she grew up. But that's just what she's saying now. Yeah, the birth rates are lower. And it has a lot to do with these feminists, these Caucasian feminists, not wanting children. They're choosing their careers over having that, right? I think it's other factors too. But you want to know why America's going down the drain? Look no further than the Caucasian community. People can say whatever they want about the black community, but if you are the majority group of people here and the country's going to shit, we have to look at you closer and look at what's going on in your community. It's the Caucasian women that have been unleashed. And these Caucasian feminists are wreaking havoc with the Me Too and all this representation nonsense that's going on all over the place. You know, Caucasian women want to make room for themselves, and, you know, people in the gay community, when they don't really care about the gay community, they just want to use it, which is why, you know, the Transformers are pushing them out of the way, and they're allowing it. Well, some of them are starting to wake up, but this is what these women don't understand, is that the agenda is to push you out of the way because you have way too much power right now. And they need to take some of that power out of your hands. So they're going to replace you with men who wear dresses and wigs. Because you right now hold a lot of sway and power in society, and they're going to slowly take it from you by having men compete in women's sports, by having men take your spot. All they have to do is go out here and say they're a woman, wear a dress and a wig. And some of these women are starting to figure it out, but others are so confused and brainwashed they don't see it. They're celebrating Lil Nas X pretending like he's pregnant. What does that tell you? What does that tell you, heifers? What does that tell you, heifers? That they're like, wow, look at him. He's acting like he's pregnant. That's so stunning and brave. They want to replace y'all, but a lot of you are too dumb and you're too brainwashed. Speaking of being brainwashed, to realize this. That's why I say chicks like this are young. They don't understand life. They really don't. They have never had a struggle in their life. Their only struggle is how are their hair gonna be, and what are they gonna buy from shopping, and what kind of car their dad's gonna buy them. That's the only struggle they have. They're living in nice, expensive apartments or condos. They don't know a struggle. They really don't. This chick looked like she has gone through nothing as far as a struggle concerned. Now, she may have a mental illness, which is what it seems like.
Facts, Jay, nothing but facts.
Appreciate that, True. Appreciate that, man. This chick is going through no struggle at all except for what her daddy is going to buy her, and she's confused whether she wants blonde or she wants brunette or she wants to, you know, her hair to be purple or green. It's just, it's such stress, right? Such stress. These people don't actually go out in the communities and do any type of community work. That's what a lot of these Caucasian liberal feminists, this is why I have a disdain towards these people. They don't do no work in the community. They're all talk and no action. All y'all do is get on Twitter and you talk about what other people should do instead of getting your goofy asses out there and doing something.
A lot of people. But a relationship between a man and a woman is inherently unequal. And that goes for any relationship where someone is deciding to date their oppressor. Just like all white people have racism brainwashed into them, all males have misogyny brainwashed into them.
So who's going to protect you? Listen, if things go bad, make sure y'all like the stream, man. Like the stream. If things go bad, ma'am, who's going to protect you? Are you going to protect yourself? You look like you can't even protect yourself from, like you can't even, protect yourself from, sneezing or coughing. How are you going to protect yourself if you're calling men oppressors? Do you just want things to be crazy and wild? This is what happens when you grew up in a bubble. When you grew up with nothing but everything handed to you. See, people who grew up tough and grew up in very bad conditions and circumstances, they want to be protected. They want to be in a community that's going to protect them. They want to be away from the violence. They want their kids to have a chance and not have to deal with gangs and drugs. But you, because you've been so privileged, you don't know what that's like to live in the hood. You don't know what it's like to not know what's going to happen when you walk outside your door. You don't know what that's like. To send your kids off to school in a neighborhood where it's just a whole lot of craziness is going on. Right? They don't know what that's like. You can tell. You're calling men oppressors. You don't know pain. You don't know what true violence. You don't know what people will do if they don't have anything. They will go and do destructive things to other people. That's why people, whenever they can get some money, they move to safer environments because they want to be protected from that. They want their children protected from that. Which means they want to be in an area where it's going to be policed properly. And they're not going to have to deal with the violence, the drugs, the gangs. Right? The abandoned homes, the break-ins, the violence, you know what I'm saying? You can tell when people have grown up just totally oblivious to what society is. They think because they go to a four-year university and they see some diversity there that they know what another person experience is. Yeah, there's plenty of places you can go and not get any protection whatsoever. You just don't like accountability. See, women like this hate accountability. They hate to have to be in a situation where they're going to be called out for their actions. Right? They just want the rules to only apply to them or not to apply to them.
And any male who claims not to be a misogynist is a misogynist, because a self-aware man knows that he has it brainwashed into him. And any time that a woman decides to be in a relationship with a man, she's making a sacrifice and a commitment knowing that she's dating her oppressor. Almost all women have sexual trauma and emotional abuse trauma, literally just from society.
You say women get emotional trauma and sexual trauma from society. No, they get that from being in situations where they are abused by degenerates. That's how they gain that trauma. Or from abusive parents. That's where the trauma comes from. Your Twitter timeline is not emotional trauma when you can simply log off. You don't know what trauma is. Maybe you do. Maybe that's why she has this mindset. When you see women like this with this male hate, they're usually some trauma that has happened to them, but that's what you get therapy for. TikTok shouldn't be therapy because it's making you women seem crazy. And let me tell you something right now. If you don't get this under control, whatever it is that's going on with you, then it's only going to fester and get worse. That's why you have so many of these women who are feminists looking terrible. Look at all these liberal women, these look at some of these celebrities, right? These female celebrities, these ones who are political, right? Look how terrible they look. Look how terrible they look because they're carrying around all those lies and they're carrying around all that excess baggage from their past that they've never gotten over. And they want to put it all on men as a whole, even though you got women that will say to me, Jaye, not all women. But y'all love to put all men into one category. I'm not saying that men that women and men don't go through trauma. Yes, they do. A lot of men and women go through trauma, but women like to make it seem like they're the only ones going through trauma. And that's not the case. You're not the only ones going through trauma. And what's funny is that you got when men speak on their experiences with women, they get called haters of women. But when women speak on their traumas with men, it's her venting.
Her only struggle is making sure her Starbucks latte order is correct.
Right.
I bet she has a mayonnaise, avocado sandwich on the counter waiting for her.
Right. No, cutting the edges off of the sandwich, of course. She don't want that. Maybe toasted bread and a side salad, maybe. Yeah, she that's her struggle. Her struggle is making sure that she has good Wi-Fi. That her struggle is making sure that she makes her hair appointment and nail appointment on time, right? These people don't have any type of struggle. They just want to complain. They claim us as men, all we do is complain. No, I think y'all do a hell of a lot more complaining than we do. We just react. I think a lot of men react to what happens in our life. We react to the things that are said by these women. Listen, man, any man that likes to date women don't hate women. Now, you do got some that may have an inherent dislike towards women, but that's not the whole of us. But when you have these women who clearly have mental issues and they want to put all men into one category because they're carrying around a bunch of hate that they need to deal with. You need to deal with your hate instead of getting on social media and projecting onto all men and claiming that all men are oppressors. No, you're just somebody that did not go to therapy. You don't think anything is wrong with you. You're going to age faster due to all that pent-up hatred you have in you. It wouldn't surprise me in 5 years she looks totally different than she does now because of all that hate that she's carrying around. And what's funny is that she's still going to end up with one of these Caucasian males. They talk all this about male oppressors and white male patriarchy, but you end up with one. So obviously it seems like bullshit. It seems to me that you're just venting for attention and you want to fit in with the weirdos on Twitter and on TikTok. And you get mad when we respond and we react. A lot of guys are not just making things up. We listen to what you say and we respond. A lot of you heifers are crazy. That's why you don't have a man. And let me tell you something right now. A lot of you women got to understand it is a numbers game. There's a lot more of y'all than it is of us. And the fact that y'all still act crazy lets me know that either a lot of these men are thirsty or you're just really delusional and you think that you can act this way and you're still going to be able to find men that you want. That's not how it works anymore. That's why you got women who are responding viciously to men who speak about or speak to women and are very tough on women because nobody has been over decades. We've allowed women to just say and do whatever. And that's why you have these women now who get mad, and these males too, they get mad when you hold women accountable in regards to relationships. They don't think that you should do that. They think that you should tiptoe around it and lie and, don't call women out, man. That's being mean. You're being mean if you call women out. You're mean. If you call out women, that means you hate them. You can't say that about women, dude. Dude, you can't say that about women. That sounds like you hate them. Listen, man, you don't put energy into something that you hate like that. You put energy into something you want to see do better. It's like a coach that's coaching a team. You want to see that team succeed. You don't want to. If you didn't listen, man, a coach that doesn't care is going to allow his team to just play sloppy and play bad, get himself fired. Why would he do that? Why would a man that is speaking out against the behavior of women actually want to see women and himself fail? That doesn't make any sense. And then they want to claim that you can't get women, or you're an incel if you point this out. Let me tell you something right now. It's not that hard to get a woman. Most women date the same type of guys physically. So it's really not that hard to get a woman in 2021. It's only up to whether it's how you approach the situation and how the situation, how it happens. You know, a lot of guys just have high standards, and a lot of those standards just don't get met. But it ain't that hard to get a woman. I'm sorry to tell a lot of y'all that, but it really isn't. Don't let social media fool you. It's not that hard to get a woman. It really isn't. I want y'all to understand this. But when they tell you when you criticize women, it's because you can't get one. Bro, that's what male feminists do. When they can't get a woman, they go and they agree with them. They call them queens. They do all this. They do that because they desperately want to sleep with those women. If a dude is an incel and can't get a woman, why would he go at them if he's trying to sleep with them? Oh, man. And let me tell you who the real incels are. It's these dudes that can't let go of their first girlfriend.
Hey Jay, do you feel like black women have no place in the feminism movement? I think some black women are being brainwashed by the system.
Thanks, Spark One. No, they don't have a place in the feminist movement. None. But because they follow behind everything a Caucasian woman does, they follow behind it because they want to fit in. Unfortunately. Let's finish this video.
And she's taking a risk in being with you and making a commitment to help you undo your brainwashing. Now, of course, I'm not saying that people shouldn't date the opposite gender, but a lack of awareness can cause problems.
Oh, boy. Weird. These women are weird, man. And then they think they be dropping knowledge. You're not dropping no knowledge. You're just a weirdo. Yes, women can be weirdos too, man. Yes, women can be weirdos. Yes, they can. I laugh when people say, well, yeah, you talk about women this way, you can't get one. That's laughable. That is laughable. It ain't that hard to get a woman in 2021. Women are getting thirstier and thirstier. And again, the majority of men, for the most part, are going to be a woman's type, physically anyway. You know? So I just, you know, some of y'all have missed it completely because you're delusional. And they complain about white patriarchy, and then they go right to date a white man. That's crazy. But that's them. That's why you shouldn't believe a word that comes out of their mouth, because they're liars. You shouldn't believe a word that comes out of their mouth.
They call you mean when you speak the truth, cause they have no intelligent comeback for it.
Right.
And to a degree, it's also one of their crap tests.
Uh-huh. Appreciate that, Zeke. And women are constantly testing men's backbone, right? Especially when it comes to women. Like, you got women that know you ain't cheating, but they will accuse you of it to see how you react. Why you think women stay with a man that cheats so much? And then leave the man that ain't cheating? They leave the man that ain't cheating, but they stay with the guy who's cheating all the time. Why? Calling him toxic and calling him an asshole. Well, those are the men that have all these children by different women, are the toxic assholes. You know, those men are lying and they're mistreating women. They're doing a whole lot worse to women than these guys who just make content about women. There are men out here who are just ruining women's lives, man. And y'all focusing on men that makes videos about the behaviors of women. You got guys out here that are just mentally abusing women like crazy. Y'all don't say nothing. Y'all quiet. But y'all talk about who makes YouTube videos about what. Look at how they talk to women or incels. Bro, you don't understand women. None of these guys do. That's why they can't get where they want to go. You know? That's why they constantly are with women who treat them disrespectfully. Because you guys, you know, you don't have no backbone. You're weird, you know, you're weirdos too. Women love misogyny. You think a woman wants one of you weak males who tell them everything they want to hear? You're like, yes, I agree. You're Mr. I agree. That's who you are. You're Mr. I agree. You think a woman wants that? Peace, queen. Women don't want that. Shout out to everybody this here, man. It's crazy where we've gotten in society, man. No woman wants a hype man. You dudes are hype men. And you wonder why women don't stay. You wonder why women get bored. You're hype men. That's why you got helpers like this on the screen that's able to say what she's saying, because she know ain't gonna be no repercussion for this, because you dudes are still gonna want to smash her, especially if she has a nice body. You know, I'm assuming that's the only reason she talking like this, because she has a nice body, and she know you males are gonna forgive everything she's saying or not gonna listen to her, even though you really shouldn't listen to a lot of stuff these women say, because a lot of them be lying. But some of them actually believe this shit. At least to a certain amount of time. Then when they see a man that they want, or they drop all that. They get married, they want a family, they want a white picket fence, they want to live in a suburban neighborhood, they don't want their kids going to the same school as your kids. Y'all dudes out here being hype men and getting curved. You're being hype men and getting friend zoned. She's telling you it's better if we be friends. You know why? Because she's screwing that toxic male friend of yours. Or she's screwing that ex that she complained to you about all the time. And the reason why she didn't screw him before, because he blocked her. He didn't want nothing to do with her. That's what you be seeing. This is like that black female that was crying in her car because the Caucasian guy broke up with her, right? But she was allowing this dude to disrespect her. All, you know what I'm saying? Crying in her car. But if you go look at her social media now, she trying to act like ain't nothing happened. Oh no, it happened. You were crying in the car. I don't know if you and the dude patched things up, but I guarantee you, if that dude wants to have some slave sex with you, you're going to do it. No questions asked. That's what's gonna go on, man. And you dudes are out here playing Captain Save-A-Ho, and you got a cape on, you're calling her queen, and you're being a hype man, and you're just looking crazy out here. Talking about when we criticize women, we mean that we hate them. You're a loser. Dudes are losers, man. I don't want to hear nothing from you in regards to women. You ain't got nothing to say. And then when you talk about women, you're criticizing them. Are you an incel too? Salute to everybody that's here, man. I'm going to put the number in the chat real quick. Let some of y'all call in. Yo, don't mind me. I just be going in. I just be going in. Don't mind me. You know. You know, I be hearing this rhetoric. I be hearing this toxic rhetoric from some of these males, man. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Yo, what's going on? Hello?
Hey, Jada Black, what's going on? It's me, Devon, repping Cali.
What's going on, man? Shout out to Cali.
Oh, not much, man. Just enjoying myself on this Labor Day, you know, trying to, you know, still take care of myself as usual. But,
all right.
You know, when I heard you go live on this topic, I had to, you know, weigh in on it because it's just crazy that decades later, you know, we still got young women, you know, screaming this whole, still trying to play the victimhood card.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know, somebody is actively doing something wrong to them.
Yep.
You know, personally, yeah, and I unfortunately I had to deal with that when I was hanging out with my dad.
Okay.
This past Saturday, we was watching sports at this little sports bar, just having a few drinks, and you know, I had this young lady. She was a black girl, just coming up to me, saying that I was more or less doing the same thing, and I really had to, you know, really actively. I put in some work to disprove a lot of those arguments. I'm like, how am I doing the same thing when I haven't even? I just look as far as tonight. I haven't hardly said anything to any woman for in the last few hours. It's just me and my pops. You know, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, she was just basically trying to make it seem like I'm, you know, I don't have to be so standoffish, and I should be one of those dudes that's going around calling every woman in the bar a queen and all sort of stuff. Like, I'm like, oh no, you talking to the wrong dude.
Right.
You know, I just paid for my tab. I tipped like I always did, and me and my dad, we got about because we ain't. You ain't gonna be coming up to me with this kind of talk. I don't care if you intoxicated or not. And you know, I had left. You know, and it's just one of those things that we really got to push back on because, you know, but at the same time, not going back and forth with them for too much longer because that can be a problem too. So we at the end of the day, we as guys that's really, you know, about the movement, guys that are really genuine and intentional about seeing the next generation of guys move forward.
Right. We
have to continue to stand on our square. We can't give in to the pressure.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Definitely. I think.
Go ahead, man. No, I'll let you get in a point.
No, I was going to say, if men do that more, we'll see this attitude quickly change because women need us either for attention or for relationships or for financial need. They need us more than what they're saying because a lot of these people know that they have to live a real life outside of Twitter and Instagram and all that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yep. At the end of the day, you do. So, yeah, I definitely agree with you, man. So I'm glad that you caught this clip and then put it up on your live stream on YouTube. I say keep up the good work, keep holding things down, and you know I'll do the same thing out here in Cali, man. I got a lot of respect for you, Jay.
Cool, I appreciate that, man. All right, shout out to Cali, man.
All right,
man. Peace.
All right,
man. Peace. Shout out to him. Shout out to the whole Cali area. I got a lot of supporters out there. I don't know a lot, but I got a few. I got a few supporters out there on the West Coast. You know, especially out there in California. It's weird. Like Everything is cross. It's support is either east west, north south. I don't have a lot of people that really maybe St. Louis. I don't think maybe Chicago, maybe. Other than that, a lot of people supporting from New York, California, Texas, Florida. Maybe 1 or 2 from Georgia. Man, I'm telling you, man, these Caucasian women are crazy, man. That's why Caucasian men don't want to deal with them. There's a whole manosphere of men talking about women just like this. Go look at their videos. And they've been doing it for almost a decade. Almost a decade.
What up, Jay? 304s don't know if they coming or going. SMFH.
Appreciate that, Hamilcar. Shantia says, I'm your biggest Cali supporter. Well, thank you, Shantia. Shantia definitely supports. Shantia definitely be supporting. I appreciate that, Shantia, for support. She be supporting. But yeah, man, I know like exactly where the support is. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was ever to be like some type of meetup, right? I know exactly where to go. It only may be a few places. Cause I know exactly where the support is. I count on one hand of the different states. Let's see. Anybody else want to call in real quick? And people like to say that, well, Jane only talks about. Holy shit! Am I buffering or am I buffering? Yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to Shanti and the rest of the people out there on the West Coast supporting. And shout out to the supporters out here on the East Coast as well. New York, New Jersey, Philly. I'll be having a good amount of callers from Philly. Florida. I had this one female call me from Arizona, man. I think she about to move since then. I don't know if that's Loving Homes that moved from Arizona. It might have been somebody else that moved from Arizona. But yeah, man, those you see again, people, they listen to me and say, well, how does women listen to him? He hurts their feelings. Well, you don't understand women. That's why. You don't understand women. Yeah, man. Shout out to all my Northeast supporters, man. Yes, yeah. R.I.P. to Michael K. Williams. I did a video today. Oh no, I was talking about a while back, Loving Homes. There was a female that used to call in months ago. She was from Arizona. I shit you not. She literally looks just how she sounds. Okay. Y'all know I be talking about them Instagram bars, right? But she looked like one of those natural haired women that just so happens to be on Instagram. No fake body bullshit. Just somebody that just would catch your eye. This was months ago. I don't know if she still listens to me or not, but yeah. Yeah, I have so many women that just, they love me, I contrary to what these other people want to believe, I got so many women that just love me, that's just how it is, You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. And then you got all these people that, they want to be critical of me. I don't give a shit. You could be critical, but guess who loves me? Your YouTube crush. That's who loves me. One of these women y'all crushing on these chat rooms. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Jay the Black, what's up with it? It's Aaron Fresh. What it do?
What's good, Aaron Fresh?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Let me get down to it, man. This woman here, man, that woman that you just, man, that female is delusional. You know, she definitely has that delusion of grandeur. Like the mindset that a man is supposed to just bow down to y'all, and all y'all offering is y'all pussy and your looks. It really shows how messed up the programming is. Because remember, you're only as good as your program.
Right.
And their program is social media. Social media is a fucking monster.
Right.
If you would have told, because I'm about the same age as you is, Jay. If somebody would have told me back in MySpace days that these cute, nice MySpace girls would have turned into these hellacious wildebeest monster ogres of women, like this evil spirit that they carry, but then they try to play it, you know, on the outside, I'm a victim, but behind that is like an evil man saying, I can't wait to take advantage of this man.
Right.
They get off on taking advantage of men. So I try to tell people, especially men, understand it's all a game.
Right.
The more you feed into it, the more they win. The more you push back and you be more misogynistic and you be more strong and you know, just standing 10 toes down on what the fuck you think and how you feel, you will win at the end. It may not seem like it right now. They're going to attack you. They're going to say what they got. It's just like with you, Jay. A lot of them attack you, but guess what they end up doing? They end up following you obsessively.
Right. Facts.
Just remember, the negative is just as good as the positive. So let them motherfuckers go up there and say whatever they need to say, because eventually, if you do something enough, what happens? They'll turn into your fans, Jay. And many women I've seen over the years have turned into your fans. So this is a message to y'all men out there. Stand on your motherfucking square. Be a man. Men don't go sideways, this way, that way. A man stands straight up. A man don't lean down, don't bend, you don't bow for nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So to go back to a woman, Jay, what do you feel is going to make these women happy? Because it seems like these women just are hopeless when it comes to happiness. Are we on earth to be happy? You ain't here forever. Everybody don't get to live to 80, to 90, to 100. So what the fuck are y'all doing complaining every motherfucking day on the internet? I'm going to let you take it away, Jay. What you think, man?
Well, I think that happiness comes from them being able to be happy with themselves. A lot of them have self-hate. And they project that because they get up every day and they just hate themselves. And they've never really gotten any help. And they need to get that help. And understand it's okay to be feminine. It's okay to be a woman. It's okay to seek out a man who can be protective, that will care about you. But they have to want that. There are a group of women that, because they were raised a certain way and they have a certain mindset, they don't believe in that. They criticize women who appreciate being a feminine woman who's under the leadership of a man. That's because they never known that growing up, you know? And I just think it takes them coming to terms with who they are and accepting who they are instead of trying to surgically change who they are, instead of trying to get people to accept them. It's for like, you know, people who will say, well, you need to accept me at my weight, you know? Well, there's going to be people that aren't going to accept you as your weight. There are some that are, but you should care about them instead of other people, you know? And I think that's the problem. A lot of these women care so much about being accepted instead of accepting themselves. They have to accept themselves, but they got to take that step first.
I agree, and I want to touch on this too, and nobody's going to say it, but I'm going to fucking say it, 'cause I don't give a fuck, you know? I got my women. You understand what I'm saying? So this whole trying to hide and be passive aggressive and not really speak how you feel. Be on your boosie shit. Speak how that you motherfucking feel, because that's my nigga. But anyway, to get back to what I'm going to say, when it comes to women, a lot of times it start with the root. You can't have good fruit and produce good things without, you know what I'm saying, have strong roots. A lot of times it's weak roots, and it starts with the mother. It starts with the mother. It starts with the mother. If the mother fucked up, 9 times out of 10, the daughter's going to be fucked up. So you men need to really listen when a woman is speaking. Let's say you do have a time where you caking with a woman. You understand? You in the caking phase. You're trying to understand what the fuck she you know what I'm saying, what she own or whatever. Listen closely to how she speak about her mother. See if she even is even taught how to be a lady. You know, you bring up the word lady and they act like it's the coming of the devil, like it's the covenant of the goddamn devil or something. if she acts like that, you run from her. You understand what I'm saying? But if she on her lady tip and she likes to respect what a man has to say, she likes a man's direction and you know what I'm saying, intention, motherfucking just giving her instructions and she take that shit because she trusts you, you fuck with that. But if she on some shit where you can't tell me what to do, nigga, da da da, you need to either say, one, I'm just trying to hit. Just straight up talk, I'm trying to hit, bitch. What's good with it? And if she say, I can't do it, then you keep it moving. You dead that situation and move on because guess what? There's more women than men out here. You understand what I'm saying? It's a million women in the seat. Like, man, bro, all men got to do is just get out of your own way. Stop being stuck on one female, bro. You got to have options. Jay, I ain't trying to burn you up. But my nigga, I know you got options. That's what you supposed to do. You supposed to have options, bro. You ain't supposed to sit up here and trust one fit. This ain't the 1980s, what I'm saying no more, where it was a lot of romance movies and shit. When the last time you even seen a romance movie promoted to teenagers in 20 years? You don't, because it's about bang, bang, choo-choo train, keep it moving. You understand what I'm saying? But look, this is my final message, man. Jay, keep doing what you're doing. Please do not stop doing it, because a lot of people probably don't want you on the podcast no more. They don't want you doing YouTube. Keep fucking doing what you're doing. I appreciate you, my nigga.
All right, man. And Fresh, thanks for the call in, man. I appreciate it, all right? Thanks, man. Shout out to you, man. Yeah. Nah, I mean, nothing's going to really deter me. I'll stop speaking on what I want to speak on when I'm tired of speaking, you know? I appreciate the support from B. Ferris. Looking at the chat a little bit. Paris said, my mom fucked me up. I think a lot of these single moms screw their children up. And they get a pass and everybody want to go directly towards the fathers that weren't there, right? Don't understand the circumstances. Anybody that grew up in a neighborhood, like a black neighborhood, saw how the women act towards the fathers. The women actively tried to keep the fathers away from their children. They did that. Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Jaye? Robert, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Rob. What's going on?
Well, I wanted to first say, it's not just white women going through this thing. It's not just black women, because this sort of thing happens in the Latin community, too. You've got a lot of Latin men who complain about Latin women being more Americanized. It's this whole thing where a lot of Latin women are like, I don't know why you men want us to know how to cook like your mothers and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of Latin men are saying, hey, man, we're not going to date these Latinos, these American Latinos. Like, they don't want to deal with them because they've adopted that American mentality, that urban mentality. And now it's like, there's this huge pushback where it's like, nah, man, if she was raised here or she's lived here for like a long amount of time, a lot of these dudes, they don't want to deal with them.
Right. Yeah.
They don't want those women.
Yeah, and you see it. Like, look at a lot of these American-raised or even American-born Latin women. I mean, look at Cardi B. Women like her. I mean, come on. I mean...
Exactly. You know? They don't want to deal with those kind of women.
Right.
They're not trying to deal with it. So what's happening is you're seeing a lot of pushback because those men are looking at like, I'd rather go get me a girl from overseas and roll the dice with that than to deal with one of these hood rats over here.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I'm going to say, just not to try to take up the line too long, is what I've noticed from a lot of women, they believe like they got to be masculine. They have to be more masculine. They have to be strong, independent. I got to be this. But I'm like, why? Like, you're basing all that off of what you went through with some beta male.
Right.
And I think that's the problem. Women base all their data, everything that they collect, all their experiences are based off what they went through with some beta male. So they like, oh, well, the reason why I get BBLs is because all you men want that. It's like, no, that's what all these beta males want.
Right.
Well, I got to be strong and independent because you men will cheat with a nasty, ugly hood rat. It's like, no, but that's what beta males do. So y'all are basing all your experiences on beta males and not like what actual men want.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, if you notice, I don't know if you've noticed this, but what I've noticed is a lot of non-black women, when they try to go get a black man, I don't know if you noticed, like these white girls that are into black men, they tend to act like real masculine and hood because they think that's what
that's
black men
why
want.
I tell black men, do not date one of these Caucasian women that try to act like a black female, she's done. I mean,
Exactly.
you need to. She's gonna be black women on steroids. You need to be as far away from that as possible.
Exactly. I told them the same thing. I said, look, stay away from these white chicks and these Hispanic girls that exclusively only date black men, because what ends up happening is they feel like they got to be loud, aggressive, abrasive. So they're the ones in the streets that you see on TikTok, on YouTube, being loud and crazy, just as loud and crazy as black women, acting a fool, trying to fight, screaming. Like, I remember right before I met Jasmine, I met this one Hispanic girl. And, you know, I'm thinking she's sweet and everything like that. And boy, she pulled the okie doke on me. She went from sweet, innocent girl. Next thing I know, she trying to fight in the bar and stuff like that. Wow. She's throwing chairs. I'm like, what's going on? And she talking like, you know, N-word this, N-word that. That's my biggest turnoff. When they start talking about N-word this, I'm like, I got to go. Or they start saying, oh, Robert, you're good at it. No, got to go. Because that's...
Yeah. Too much of that I'm going to be like this. No, yeah.
Exactly. And and I like I said, the last thing I'm gonna say, like I said, I kind of want to get your thoughts on that. Like, if you've noticed those women who tend to, like, I guess they feel like they gotta be masculine and hood to get a black man.
Yeah, and then there was this chick, man. I used to follow on Twitter years ago, not that long, maybe about. This might have been before I started making videos, maybe a year after. There was this Caucasian female, right? You know, she had the whole get up of, you know, trying to look like a sister, right? She even typed on Twitter like one. Like, just going out of her way to be like the ignorant black chick. And I'm saying to myself, because she wasn't a bad looking white girl at all. She just tried hard to be a black chick. Talking about she wouldn't date a dude that don't wear Jordans and all this. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, usually from the neck down, they don't look too bad. It's from the neck up when they just look busty.
Yeah.
And like the last time I said, usually those kind of women, there's a reason why they're only looking for black men, because white men don't want to date those white women.
Right.
Hispanic dudes don't want to date those Hispanic women who act like that. So they got to turn to black men, because they're these hood rat beta males will sit there and think that stuff is cool,
right,
and try to date those women. But in the end, they don't wipe those chicks up. They may have a bunch of babies with them, but those chicks end up becoming baby mothers.
Yeah.
But that's all I want to say. I want to get everybody's thoughts in the chat and everything like that.
Okay.
Y'all have a good one. Thanks for doing what you do, Jay. You keep it up.
All right. Appreciate that, Robert. Thanks for the call, man.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right. Yeah, man. I would never in my life try to date one of you wannabe black girls. You Caucasian wannabe black girls. No. I'd rather date the real thing, not one of you fake wannabes. Okay. Yeah. Well, Iggy doesn't go all the way there, but she's almost there. But you chicks that be trying to abandon your whiteness, oh no, you stereotypical ass motherfucking effers, oh no. You know, I'd prefer dating a Caucasian woman that doesn't deal with you Negroes, because you Negroes end up turning them into a Beckisha, and you know, I think you should avoid the Beckishas. Okay, the Beckishas need to be avoided at all costs. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Jay, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. What's up?
Not much, man. I hope everybody's having a good life today, man. But,
yeah.
You know, we're just living in demonic times, man. Like, everything's all haywire now. Like, men want to be women and women want to be men, man. And you got women like her, man, that, you know, it's a lot of women out here that really believe that type of stuff that she's spewing. You know, they really believe that men are the weaker gender. And, you know, I think a lot of this stuff, like, if you notice, like, you know, I mean, we around the same age, man. Like, I'm pretty sure you know a lot of chicks that are around our age that have been, you know, fooling around with girls at one point in their life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think the reason why is because, you know, they're pushing their agenda on TV and in music and stuff like that. you know, with you know, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and then you know, even that new song that's out that I heard in the club a couple weeks ago called Best Friend with Sweetie and Doja Cat. They just promoting lesbianism. You know what I mean? Like, and that's basically what women like this girl that you was talking about, what they want. Like, they want to be with a girl, really, and
It seemed like it.
they're pretty much raised. Yeah, it seems like they're raised to hate men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on in today's world, man, but it's getting a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? We need to, you know, really just really chill out and you know, follow the ways that what the Lord wants. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way we're gonna get out of this shit, man. It seems like the world is getting more low vibrational every day. You know what I mean? But back to the topic, though, I think this woman, she really has a lot of mental health issues. And it's just like you said earlier, if a woman has a issue with her mom, you really need to stay the fuck away from her. Well, if she had issues with either one of her parents, like, you need to stay the fuck away from her, man. She probably has, she's gonna bring all that drama in your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, man, you know, I just noticed that a lot. You know, this feminism thing is really destroying women's minds. And another thing I know is like all these women that be talking all this pro women shit and all this other stuff, they all be with dudes that are super toxic, like Beyonce, that queen. You know what I mean? Like, she tries to say girls run the world and all that stuff, push that narrative.
Yeah.
But look what she made.
Right.
Look what he's doing. Nicki Minaj, look what she put. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man,
they talk about empowering themselves and how what they're not gonna put up with, but then look who they with, you know.
Yeah, they with toxic males like every time, man. That's what, you know, dudes, what y'all need to realize, man. Like, if y'all co-signing a lot of this BS out here in the world, you know, that's not gonna get you no closer to the ass, all right? It's gonna get you friends on it, for real. Like, women, no matter what they say, they like dudes, just like the guy said earlier, they like dudes that stand 10 toes down, you know, that are masculine and don't go along with, you know, what the world got going on. I mean, even if she doesn't want to be with you, she'll respect you. And that's what matters the most. That's what should matter the most. But a lot of guys out here, they don't care about that. They don't care about disrespecting and stuff as long as they get the bust a nut every now and then, man. But, you know, I ain't going to take up too much more time, man. Just appreciate what you're doing, man. Keep it up, bro.
All right, man. Thanks for the call in, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Yo, shout out to Gerald. Got that gold badge. The first one to get a gold badge. I see you. Yeah, man, these women are out here, they're just unruly, they're just undisciplined. I mean, a lot of us are a bit undisciplined in certain ways, right? But it's going to different levels of craziness now, man. It really has. Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, Jay? My name is I go off of YouTube. I go off of Dreezy, but I just want to say, Jay, as a black woman, I respect you when I listen to you. You know, I
appreciate that.
I was one of those types. You know, I was one of those types that you know what I'm saying. But you know, as listening to you, we kind of get mad and be like, you know, like, damn, well, deep down inside, you are right. So we be listening to you, Jay. We most of us rock with you. You get what I'm saying? I mean, some of us, you know, it's just some of, you know, just ghetto, and they just in that, you know, that project ghetto ass mind frame. But some of us do listen. Some of us be like, damn, you know, he is right. So let me pipe it down. You know, get what I'm saying, get my shit right, because I all of us don't want to be that angry black woman.
Right. And that's good to know.
So I rock with you, Jay.
Okay, I appreciate that. You say your name Drizzy?
Yep, Dreezy Crump. I go off of that on YouTube.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you calling and letting me know that. That's good to know. It is.
You're welcome, brother. You have a blessed night.
You too, all right?
Thank you, brother. You too.
All right, bye. Shout out to her, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Shout out to her for showing me some love. tonight. Showing me some love on the call in. That makes me feel good, makes all of this worth it. Yeah, I love her energy, man. I love the energy that she has, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's that energy that I love, man. And I know, listen, I know I'm gonna get criticized. I've been getting criticized since I've been on YouTube, since day one, But I've also had people that have shown support, and I want y'all to understand that I haven't forgotten. I don't forget anything, especially when it comes to YouTube. There might have been a few names here and there that have been forgotten, but that's because they haven't been around. But yeah, that makes me feel good. I like to hear that. I like to hear when I resonate with people, especially with women, because it shows you that all the work I put in all these years means something, right? 7 years, almost 8 years. Almost 8 years. Sarah says, yes, I appreciate your honesty, Jay. I'm tired of these males trying to sniff my lace panties. But that's what's going to happen, Sarah, in this society. That's what these guys are going to do, man. These guys are going to do that, right? They're going to do that because they feel like that's the only way to get inside them. And they got to understand there are different approaches. Which approach are you going to take? I got to tell you, I'm not a lifer in this shit, man. I'm not going to be doing this shit forever. I was thinking about this today. I was like, I've been thinking about it for some time now. I'm like, I don't know, there's going to be a time where I'm not going to do this no more. And it's going to be me walking away, doing something else. I'm the type of person, I can't do the same thing over and over and over and over. There's other things to do. There's other lanes to conquer, so to speak. There's other things that need my attention, right? Almost 8 years. But nonetheless, I do appreciate what I've done so far and what I've been able to build so far. I feel like I've been able to build something that's meaningful, that people will remember, Been listening to you since Sergeant Willie P. I think I found your channel back in 2014. Okay. That's when I started. And Jay, really appreciate you. You're helping all of us make better life choices. I appreciate that, Shantia. That's good to hear. That's good to hear, man. It makes it all worth it. So when I'm not doing this anymore, hopefully there are people that still remember me, I guess. Not important says don't leave us. I'm not going anywhere, me personally. I'll still be around. You'll know where to find me. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. What's up?
Nothing much, man. I've been following you for a couple of years now, man. I just got finished watching your interview with I know it's a while back, but with the lead attorney, and that was a couple of days ago.
No, I didn't do an interview. I didn't do an interview with him.
Oh, that wasn't you?
No.
I thought that was you.
Nah, you'll know if it's me.
I apologize for that, though. But I was listening to the what you were saying, man, and it's rough out here, man. It's rough out here. It's just like it's an attack on heterosexual men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why that is. Maybe you can enlighten me.
It's been going this way for quite some time. It's just been heightened by social media because everything is so instant. The internet, everything is so instant, right? So it's just been heightened. A lot of this has been going on for a long time. You can see it in the movies and music. It's been happening for quite some time, you know?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think it really is an agenda out there?
I mean, what else would you call it? I mean, turning men against women and turning women against men and praising men for being feminine and wearing dresses and coming out, so to speak, you know? I mean, what else would you call it? And the media promoting
I
it?
I agree. It's almost like now, it's almost like you shame for being a heterosexual man. Like I used to be in Ohio. I stay in Florida now.
Okay.
And they had that convention down here, and they was allowed to walk around damn near naked in the street. But if a man do that, that's public indecency. I was like, wait a minute, man. How do you go from 0 to 50 like that?
It's called hypocrisy.
It's crazy.
It's called hypocrisy, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I just want to call and chime in on that. It's really a war on heterosexual men, and especially our race. It's all out war. It's all out war. Man. It's really bad, man. It is really bad, and I'm from the older generation.
Okay.
Not, older. I put it this way, in the 50+ type bracket. And we looking at each other like, man, what happened?
Yeah.
We talk about this constantly, man. Talk about this constantly. And then you got the young cats out there with the Little Nas X thing, and oh man, well,
Jaye,
that's
I have
home.
been rocking with you for over a year. I appreciate your content. Shout out to the moderators and the supporters of the channel. Subscribe to the channel and become a Patreon for exclusives. Heart hands, clapping hands, clapping hands,
appreciate
clapping.
the time, man.
All right, man. Thanks for the calling, man. Yeah, shout out to Wanda. Having a little technical issue. Shout out to Wanda with that. I appreciate that, Wanda. Yeah, Wanda's been a supporter. Yeah, definitely make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Patreon ain't going nowhere, though. Even if I wasn't doing this, I'd still be over there, though. You know, why not? I'm looking to renew my contract. YouTube. Free agent season. I know my anniversary every year is like November of every year. I started November 2014. Yeah, shout out to the supporters. I started November 2014. One of my first videos was Ray Rice, and the other one was Nicki Minaj, I believe. Those were my first videos. A salute to everybody that's here. Yeah, and let me tell y'all something too, man. If you've never seen my name on anyone's channel, on anyone's panel, unless somebody's impersonating me, then I'm not on their channel. And I'm not going to be on everybody's channel. There's only a select few people whose channel you're going to see me on. All right? You're not going to see me on too many people's panels. I'm not one of those type of people. I've never been one of those type of people. I never will be. If I'm on anybody's panel, it's going to be a select few people. And you'll know it's me. Because of my personality. You know? Unless people copying my swagger. No, I'm just joking. You know? Because he been impersonating me. Like, what's going on out here? I got to hurry up and show my face out here, man. Shout out to everybody. Hopefully y'all are having a good Monday. All right. Hopefully y'all Labor Day is going good. Maybe y'all spending time with the family, eating good. That's what these holidays are about. You know, even if you're not the most, American flag waver, right? You're when you have Memorial Day, you have Labor Day, spend that time with the people around you. Spend that time, with the people around you, people that who a company that you enjoy. Shantia, I may do something. I gotta remember the exact day. Even though I'm not a big celebration guy, I may do something. Hell, I may do a panel. Who knows? Y'all know me and panels don't mesh. Y'all know me and panels don't mesh. But I may do something, Shantia. I'm not a big celebratory. I'm not the one to really celebrate like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the big celebration guy, but I may do something cool. For the people that have been rocking with me for the longest. But was not one. So I cook myself. Got exams coming at the university and still ate good. Okay, yeah, Sarah's a cook. Sarah's a cook. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people that cook. Y'all know there's a lot of married women that ain't cooking anything. They out to eat. I'm noticing a lot of married women ordering out, especially on Labor Day and Thanksgiving, Christmas. If you married to a woman that ain't cooking, what are you doing with her? What are you doing with her, man? Yo, if you wifing up a woman, she need to have some qualities. Y'all wifing up a woman just so y'all have a woman. How many of you dudes are wifing up women just to have one? Y'all don't care that she don't cook. She don't really like to clean like that. Don't like to wash dishes. Throws them in the dishwasher if you have one. Or whatever. Why y'all wifing up women that don't like to cook? Why Thanksgiving y'all out to eat? Labor Day y'all out to eat. I mean, I can understand you got a day off. You don't, but you ain't cooked the whole weekend. You didn't even cook Sunday. Didn't even cook Sunday. You out to eat and y'all wifing up women that don't like to cook. I mean, how? I mean, you better off. You better off chilling with the side piece, because I bet the side piece can cook, or she'll attempt to cook. You know what I'm saying? Bear says men need to learn how to cook. They do. I think men cooking, is a good thing, because then we can prepare our own meals, and we can eat better instead of eating junk food. I think it is a good quality for men to cook. I think all of us should be able to cook. There's certain things I'm trying to learn how to do, as far as cooking is concerned. Not going out all the time. But I'm talking about if you have a wife, she's a woman. She should love to go in there and cook up and serve her man. If y'all don't like serving up your man, what you with him for? Y'all with men that y'all don't want to do nothing for? You probably don't even want to have sex with them. Listen, if you dudes are wifing up women that ain't want to have sex with you, what are you doing? It can't just be the conversation while you're with them. Shout out to Ednice. I like to cook well-seasoned food, y'all. No mayo sandwiches for me. Right, y'all out to eat 6 days a week. Like you be seeing these lines long full of women as soon as they get off work. Instead of going home and cooking, or they could have, put something on that morning, then, sort of, checked on it when they went on break. And then when they got off work, they could finish up cooking. Oh, no. They in a line at McDonald's.
I like to cook well.
KFC.
Food. Y'all. No mayo sandwiches for me. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy.
Bojangles, whatever restaurant they at. That's where they at. And that's somebody's wife. Feeding their kids all kinds of shit. And they wonder why their kids outgrow them. That's where we at. And that's somebody's wife. And they'll quick to tell you that they married. But I'm like, I feel bad for him. You ain't cooking. You out here. You probably ain't cleaning. You know, you won't give him no sex. Just imagine. Y'all marrying roommates. Stop marrying your roommate, man. Who's out here marrying their roommates, man? You know? Y'all out here marrying your roommates, man. What's going on out here, man? Stop doing that. Jeez. Salute to everybody that's here, man. I think that's it for me. I appreciate everybody being here, being a part of this live stream. Shout out to the chat room, the moderators, the channel members. Join the channel, man, so you can get a gold button someday like Gerald. You'll be a long-term member. You get a gold button. Subscribe to the Patreon. I'm putting up exclusive content over there. And that's where you should be at. I appreciate everybody that's here, that supports. But yeah, stop dating roommates and marrying roommates, man. They ain't contributing nothing to your life. They ain't making you happy no way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Y'all splitting the rent 50-50, the bills 50-50. Y'all basically roommates. Or the dude's paying all the bills and she still ain't. Imagine paying all the bills and your wife still won't let you have sex with her whenever you want to. She won't cook. She don't like to clean, right? Just imagine that's your wife. She's talking shit to you. You know, when you ask her the littlest thing, she's snapping on you. Just imagine being with somebody like that. I couldn't. That's why you got to take the time to get to know people, man. Y'all want to rush and get into marry a chick because that's the first time you ever been with a woman that was above a 6 or a 7. Or maybe she got pregnant. I don't know why some of y'all married women, why y'all do, man. But y'all, you know, I guess it worked. Shit. I mean, I guess it worked. All right, people. That's it. Follow me Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Links are in the description. You can email me video topics. You can tag me on Twitter with certain topics. Or you can send it to me on Instagram. The Instagram is on the screen if y'all haven't seen it. It's been flashing. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all being here. Hope y'all have a good rest of your night. And I'll see y'all on the next live stream. All right. Y'all take care.